Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Khalid Fikri. I'm from major TRPL in Polytechnic at Polytechnic IDN. Now I want to share my story about Z company last week. So I got some assignment from Mr. Dedi to go to visit a company in Indonesia to know how the company is work and how the the company can get some client for their business. That's very interesting because before this I don't know how to get a client because I always fail to get a client, and with the company I getting know how to get a client, how to being a good employee, how being a good programmer, about uh, I need to switch my major or no, or my career. And I think I get many advice from the employee at that company. Okay, so the company I visit is called uh, PT Innotech. I forgot, PT Innotech Group. Yeah. For the location is at South Jakarta in Indonesia. So it's like at between Depok and between Depok and Jaksel, and North Jakarta, South Jakarta actually. For the ride, I think it spend 2 hour for go and back, and the traffic is very hard. Okay, so maybe as IT student, we spend our focus on in front of our laptop, right? But actually in at company, uh, it's different with what we learn and what actually the company do. Yeah, it's very interesting to our learn. Okay, so in university, uh, actually we learning about theory, but it at the level company or enterprise, we don't just need the theory. We need about teamwork. We need about uh, our soft skill, hard skill, and I think much will be much we need to be uh, we need to be see uh, in the level enterprise or company. We had a massive difference. Okay, we that's just not a make code, but we need to be a problem solver. Yeah, we very need to be a problem solver because what the good code is code for real problem and can solve the problem and for real user. Because of that, we have some massive difference between what we learn in the campus and what the actually work in the enterprise. Yeah, and recently I had the incredible opportunity to step outside the academic bubble and walk straight into the headquarters of an exhibition in ITN Press. This was not just a causal trait, it was a proven, a opening experience that completely dismantled my old assumption and fundamentally shifted my perspective on what it means to be a tech professional in this modern fast-paced era. Okay, so in this era we use AI, but for the enterprise level, Actually, AI just 20% to work. Okay, not like us, not like us now. I'm a student. Use AI. I think for work, the usage for AI is around 80%. Yeah, it's very much I think, but it's not the bad lah, because in this era we need to be adapt, and we need uh, to skillful the AI. Yeah. And in this video, which will spend about 30 minutes, I want to share a complete deep dive breakdown of the invaluable insight, industry secrets, and practical advice given directly by the engineer. Yeah. This not by engineers, this also by project manager and tech executive during the visit. Okay. So, like before I say, the company it's called PT Innotech Indo, and that's a good company I think. Have a complex structure in the enterprise in the company, and it also have another division in Batam. Maybe, but you know Batam. Batam is between Singapore and Sumatra Island. Yeah. Okay. So PT Innotech have a slogan. Is soft like your trusted IT software and network consultant. Yeah. Is go in the field for IT software and network engineer, and also for cybersecurity. The core pillar is for software and web development for enterprise and custom. Number two is network architecture and telecommunication, I think. And number three is GPS tracker and flight management system. And number four is cybersecurity and penetration testing service. And the new maybe is like integration AI to the industry. Yeah. PT Innotech Indo is a highly dynamic, comprehensive IT solution provider and technology consultant. They specialize in bridging the gap between complex business challenge and cutting-edge digital innovation. Sounds good. What makes Innotech incredibly fascinating is that they don't just focus on one single niche. Instead, they operate across multiple integrated pillars of the technology industry, like I said before. Maybe it's for the more description, like software developer and IT consultant. Innotech Engineer Costume. That's like enterprise grade software application, robust content management system, and high traffic web platform tailored to help business and automate their operation and scale digitally. And number two is networking and telecommunication. They design, deploy, and maintain robust network infrastructure. Yeah, it's cool. This pillar make me to want to learn about networking. Yeah, just pray for me, yeah, guys. So number three is advanced GPS tracker system. They provide smart tracking hardware and fleet management software solution that allow business to monitor asset logistic and vehicle fleets in real time. Yeah. It sounds very. It's like have integrated with AI. Yeah. And if you want to know about the website, you can read at the address. It's called innotechindo.com. Yeah. And number four is cybersecurity and pen testing. Innotech actually help corporate clients secure their digital assets by identifying system vulnerabilities before malicious hacker can exploit them. And the partner is very much. Maybe I can say from Samsung, from SDM, from Astra, from BGN, from I don't know it's called in English, from AD, from AU, from AL, from ABRI, yeah, and from Cyber Negara, yeah. Walking through the office PT Innotech allow us to see how these different departments, the software engineering, the network administrator, the cybersecurity analyst, and the hardware tracking specialist, collaborate under one roof to deliver seamless end-to-end B2B technology service. Now that you know the background of Innotech as Power Home consultant, yeah, let's we explore the seven distinct pillars of knowledge we acquired from their senior team during our session. Wait, guys, I need to call. Okay, the first one is the modern tech stack. It's like what frameworks Innotech actually use in production. So I got many fact for enterprise level. So in enterprise level, we don't use Laravel anymore. We use React, we use Next.js, we use Node. Okay, we use Java and kawan-kawan. So I think because I think like this, the level of Laravel is like in the middle, and for the high level we need that because we need a real time tracker. Yeah, and what we can learn number two is certain project versus industry need. That's very important. Okay, uh, in Polytechnic IDN we use Laravel for the academy, right? But the fact in the industry, uh, not use Laravel anymore. So for Mr. Daddy, please change our curriculum. Okay, because if wanna reach, we have to learn how to be rich, and how to be rich is with use the uh, other people use. That's React, Next.js, and other. That's good. And number three is the great career debate. Why in a tech heavily favor specialist expert over generalists? Yeah, it's something like that. And number four, the power of certification and versus portfolio. This is like navigating networking TKJ versus software engineer FPL. Yeah, it's very also we use. Number four, then five is the polytechnic advantage. Understand the technique 1-3-1 academic structure. And number six is client management and pricing secrets. And number seven, the human element and other. Okay. So now we want to go to teach stack and framework in modern demand. Let's begin with our first major pillar, the reality, technology, language, and framework. When we are in college or our curriculum focus to learn a little bit for everything, we learn PHP, HTML, JavaScript, a little JavaScript, and another. Within a few semesters, not a few semesters. We just study at 2 semesters. Okay, that's not enough to learn this. We need to I think for learn Java and the other language we need less maybe 4 semester, yeah, with the with the focus on the uh, study. We not don't distract for the other event. Okay, we can focus on the our study. Maybe we can deal. This often leaves students feeling incredible overwhelmed, asking themselves, what shall I actually master to get job? During our company visit, the senior developer at Innotech gave us very clear, unfiltered reality check about the current market trend. The reign of Java and React in the enterprise web sector. First, let's talk about large-scale web development. The technical is explained Java and its vast ecosystem combined with modern front-end framework like React represent the absolute backbone of enterprise-level IT companies today. When you look at major banking system, massive e-commerce platform, government-level application, and multinational corporate infrastructure, They rely heavily on Java for their backend because of its unmatched stability, robust security, and multi-threading capability. On the front end, React has become the industry standard due to its company-based architecture, massive community support, and highly efficient virtual DOM rendering. The mentor made it clear: if your goal is to land a high-paying job at large corporate enterprise or at a unicorn, building deep expertise in Java and React will instantly place you at the top of the recruiter list. And it's the decline of PHP Laravel plus the rise of Node.js. Next, we had a very interesting, candid conversation about PHP and Laravel. For years, PHP has been undisputed king of the web, powering a massive percentage of the internet. Yeah, it's true. And Laravel is undoubtedly one of the most elegant frameworks ever created. Yeah, it's true. However, the industry expert dropped a truth bomb. In modern and highly scalable production environment, PHP and Laravel are increasingly viewed as more basic technology, while they are still heavily used for legacy system, content management system, and small to medium business website. Okay, companies are actively moving away from them for new, large-scale projects. What is replacing them? That's of the answer is Node.js. Okay, Mister. So for Mr. Reddy, please give our curriculum is Node.js. Nice. Over the past several years, Node.js has witnessed as an explosive rise in adoption because Node.js allows developers to use JavaScript across the entire stack, both on front end and back end. It streamlines the entire development lifecycle. More importantly, Node.js operates on asynchronous, event-driven, not blocking IO model. In simple terms, this means Node.js can handle thousands of concurrent connections simultaneously with minimal resource consumption, making it vastly superior to the traditional PHP for building real-time application, microservice, and high-traffic API. The shift is real, and as a student, we need to align our skill with where the market is going, not where it's used to be. And for the mobile development, the cross-platform efficiency of Flutter. Moving to mobile development, the company shares their insight on how they build applications for smartphone in the past. Company had hired two separate teams, one of them Swift for iOS and another of Kotlin or Java to develop for Android. That was incredibly expensive and difficult to manage. Today, the company heavily relies for Android. This way, incredibly expensive and difficult to manage. Today, the company heavily relies on Flutter, Google open source UI software development kits. The method show us live production apps that they successfully develop and deploy the with to Google Play Store and App Store using a single unfilled that for the best. Flutter Hot Reload feature, native performance, and beautiful customized widget have made it the ultimate tool for company vending to cut development costs in half while maintaining a premium user experience on both Android and iOS. We also explore the role of Python in the modern workplace. Python is often taught in school as a simple beginner language, but the company show us its true power as an industrial workhorse. In their daily operation, Python is not typically used to build standard websites. Instead, it is the absolute king of automation, data scripting, and machine learning. They demonstrate fascinating internal script, including a highly advanced script for hand gesture recognition used for touchless interface control. Whether it is automating server backup, parsing massive local files, scraping data, or deploying AI model. Python is an indispensable tool that very modern IT professionals should have in their authority belt. Finally, we address the elephant room, AI, artificial intelligence. There is a lot of fear among students that AI is going to take away from programming job. The company executive laughed at this nation and gave us a complete mindset shift. In the company, AI tools like ChatGPT, Cloud, and Gemini Pro are not banned. In fact, they are actively encouraged and integrated into the everyday workflow. Engineers use AI to rapidly generate boilerplate code, explain complex algorithms, write regex pattern, and debug error in seconds. The core message was profoundly clear. AI will not replace developer, however, developer will know how to effectively leverage AI will absolutely replace developer who do not. AI is a force multiplayer, multiplier, multiplayer, and learning how to engineer precise prompt is a vital skill for the modern workforce. And during the third phase of our visit, we had an interactive session where we discussed our current background, student project, and academic interests. It was incredibly eye-opening to see how the creative experiment we do in the classroom stack up against actual commercial product. The hardware and automation enthusiasts IoT robotics. A significant group of students in our cohort are deeply passionate about IoT and robotics, utilizing the Arduino and ESP32 ecosystem. The industry matter were genuinely impressed when we present some our concept, particularly advanced robotic project layanan, underwater drone, and other. That's a cool project, okay? And environment tech sector that are receiving massive funding right now, they advise the IoT student to base their hardware skill with closed platform like AWS IoT or Google Cloud to make their project enterprise ready. Furthermore, other students share their work on building intelligent chatbot and creating custom automation script to streamline tedious tasks. The company validated has been explained the business pay thousands of dollars for a simple internal automation tools that save employee time, proving that even a small script can have massive commercial value. On the software development side, we had students showcasing their skill in web and mobile application. One particular student group discussed a streaming website for movie and anime that they developed from scratch. They explained, they explained how they engineered the application to dynamically fetch data by consuming third-party RESTful API and specifically using the GCAN API for real-time animatic statistics. The TDMB, the to movie database API, for comprehensive movie data, trailer and cast information. The senior developer praised this project because it's mirror exactly how real world apps are built. In the industry, you rarely build everything from scratch. Instead, you build secure, efficient architecture that consume, process, and display data from various external API. Lastly, it was refreshing to see that some IT students are actively exploring the business side of tech, focusing on meta ads, digital marketing, and CEO. The marketing director at the company emphasized that a developer who understands coding is good, but a developer who also understands SEO, user acquisition, and conversion funnel is a rare unicorn asset. Understanding how to drive traffic to a platform using meta ads and optimizing search ranking ensure that the user you will actually makes money for the business. One of the most profound segments of the entire visit occurred during the Q&A panel, where we tackle a dilemma that tortured almost very tech student. Should I try to learn everything and become a generalist, or should I focus entirely on one narrow path and become a specialist? The answer from the industry panel was unanimous. Immediate, the uncompromising in the professional tech world, being a specialist is far better and far more lucrative than being a generalist. The top layer illustration of college curriculum. The expert explained that the traditional college curriculum is structurally designed to give you a broad overview at a layer of knowledge. College introduces you to database, network, front-end, back-end, cyber, and project management. However, if you leave college only knowing this top layer, you will struggle to find a job. Why? Because a company does not hire some to be mediocre at 10 different things. They hire a backend engineer to solve complex database, deadlock network engineer to prevent server downtime, or a cybersecurity expert to block zero-day exploit. They look for expert capability in specific domain. The mentor gave us concrete rule of thumb. Pick one technology, one framework, or one specific career path. Commit to it heavily and master it deeply for at least 3 consecutive years. If you choose backend, don't keep jumping from Node to Go, then to Python, then to Ruby. Just because a new framework is trending Twitter, stick with Node or Java for 3 years. Understand the memory management, asynchronous architecture, and how it handle load balancing, and how to optimizes its query. Once you achieve deep, special master in one ecosystem, learning a second or third technology later in the time becomes incredibly easy because you already understand the deep architectural principle. Yeah, it advice from the Mister on the there. As we move to deeper into the visit, the conversation naturally split into two distinct career pathways between TKJ versus software engineer. The requirement to break into these two fields are fundamentally different, and the company provides a clear roadmap for both. For student learning toward the networking and system administration track, the industry expert drop a massive third bomb, the mass shock traditional educator. In the field of networking, industry recognizes certification are vastly more important than a formal university degree or diploma. When a massive network outage occurs at an internet service provider (ESP) or a corporate data center, a university degree does not prove you can fix it. An industry certification, however, acts as global validation that you have spent hundreds of hours in a lab mastering actual hardware configuration, routing protocol, and network security. The mentor mapped out the exact progress ladder for certification like MCNA atau or MCTRA or other. And for the software engineering, we need to for the certification. It's like certification for Java, certification for Go, or for others. Yeah, we also need that. Okay, and one of my favorite parts of the company visit was getting a glimpse behind the curtain at the business operation. You often think that working in IT is just about writing clean code or configuring either, but an company is commercial business that must generate revenue, manage client, and maximize its profit margins. And how do we get the client? It's simply it's we can get two way. The first one is like you can go to Meta Ads. It's for freelancer. Okay, it's for level freelancer. You can go to Meta Ads, and at Meta Ads you can like pay. You can pay Meta Ads to give advertisement to your project, and maybe you can get one or two clients from that. Or number two is like the company is search you to make a project, but it's also hard because not all company need the project. And also we can sell two model project. First is SaaS, software as a service is like Gojek and Tokopedia, Shopee, and other. And number two is like you can get the prototype project to their company with main much it's like B2B, yeah, business to business, yeah. That's give you a lot more money in the first assignment, but it's good. For me, I very impressed how the work is work. I'm very impressed with that conversation. Thank you for Innotech. uh, yeah, maybe just that. Thank you Innotech. I love you. Maybe just that. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.